In 1957, Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite that was launched into space, but man has never traveled farther than the moon. Why is this? Is a very speculated question, and the ability to space travel is an even more speculated question. The Cold War initiated not only rapid campaigns with the United States and the Soviet Union, but launched a space race between opponents. The Soviet Union claimed an early victory by becoming the first nation to launch a satellite into space, but despite the United States' rough start, the country triumphed during its Apollo program to become the leader in space by landing the first person on the moon. And ever since this happened in 1969, we have been fascinated with outer space. So the evolution of space travel. Space travel is an exciting global accomplishment that has enabled humanity to extend its reach beyond Earth. But why haven't we went back? Space Colonist explains that the main focus of scientists at present is the colonization of the moon and planet Mars. A renewed interest in human space exploration has encountered this stagnation of American efforts to reach new frontiers in outer space. The Trump administration space policy directives build upon the Obama administration plans to reignite human space exploration. Utilizing the dynamic and robust commercial space industry to accelerate economical efforts to reach new uncharted distances. So people have been fascinated with life on other planets for many years and outer space in general. In 1952, an artist, Frank Hampson, drew a picture of a hotel on Mars. And by the early 2000s, 7 space tourists stayed at the International Space Station for a week for a cost of $20 million, okay? Just to stay there for a week. The creation of a moon colony, life and survival on the moon and Mars is the role they're trying to put in for the role of robots in creating the first base on Mars and the moon, the possible life on Venus, asteroid mining, and the cost associated with space travel and colonization. Travel to Mars with NASA researchers working on Topor. Topor is the technology which is similar to hibernation. So Topor would allow people to board the spacecraft and spend most of the trip going to Mars or the moon in deep sleep. So hibernation, Topor. It is estimated that a crewed Mars landing could occur as early as the year of 2030. So in as close as from right now, from 10 years to right now. Some companies such as SpaceX and Blue Origin are working on designs that could someday carry as many as 100 people into a spacecraft at a time. Researchers are studying planets to determine whether or not water is present, so that life on these planets can be sustained by human life forms. Blue Origin has already tickets for passengers for a spacecraft for Mars at a cost of $250,000. So $250,000 for a ticket to go on a spacecraft for Mars. For a future ticket. So, though it may seem that the evolution of space travel can be coming very soon, we must still be attentive to the consequences of space travel. NASA has uncovered the unknown long-term effects of the moon's gravity on the human body, which could limit the amount of time that humans could spend on the moon. Also, over the past few years, the number of astronauts recruited for long-term stay in the International Space Station has increased. Being on a prolonged mission with the same people in the same room imposes psychological stress on the astronaut, possibly causing feelings of psychological suffocation. Several confinement studies have been conducted to simulate the conditions of International Space Station on the moon and potential habitats on Mars to survey psychological interpersonal communication between the crew and in a confined environment. So these studies have been going out to see how us as humans can live in a limited space for a long period of time in a space station on the moon or on Mars. So there you have it. Is space evolution coming too fast? We will see.